Hello, grade twos. Before you begin to write your paragraph on Everyone Works on the Farm, I have some verbs that I would like us to brainstorm and turn into strong verbs, okay? So we have some that we're going to turn in. The first verb is works. And let's think of some other words that mean work, like we're talking about hard work with the ground or in the garden, okay? Work, okay? So I'm going to say some. If you think of some too, you can remember them to use in your paragraph. I'm going to say toils. So when someone works in their field or in their garden, they're going to toil the dirt, toils, okay? Another thing is that when we're working, we would say that we farms the ground or the garden, okay? We could also use the word tills the garden, and that's to keep up the ground, the dirt up, and take the weeds out, tills. We could also say plows. So if we're working the ground, we can plow the ground or plow the soil, toy the soil, farm the ground, till the soil, plow the soil, okay? Another one is cultivates the soil. So those are some strong verb ideas. Instead of saying works the ground, that you could say toils, farms, tills, plows, cultivates. And then we also have another one here, and that is the verb grow. So something's going to grow, okay? So we want to say the vegetables grow. We could say they sprout. I'm going to write that down. Sprout. We could say bud, bloom. There's so many for these ones. I'm sure you're saying some too. Bud, bloom, spring up. They spring up out of the ground when they grow. Spring up. Also, as they grow, we say that plants or vegetables mature. Okay. We can say they develop. You get to see more of what the plant looks like beyond just the seed. Okay. Thrive is another one. So instead of using the word grow in your paragraph, you could say sprout, bud, bloom, spring up, mature, develop, thrive. So there is a couple of our strong verbs that you could use as different options for this week. The other thing is I'm going to add a new dress up, and it is called the WWW words. Can you say that with me? The WWW words. And these are the W words. When, while, where, as, since, if, although. So you'll notice that there's more than just W. It's www.asia. And the Asia stands for as, since, if, although. So when you're writing, you can try to add one of these words in with your sentence. Now, this is not on your checklist because this is our first time. So instead, I wanted you to just try if you can. So an example could be the family starts the garden early in the year while it's still cool or cold outside. Okay? They will harvest the vegetables when they are ripe. Okay? Children will eat as much strawberries as they can. So if you want to try to use one of our www.asia words, when, while, where, as, since, if, although, you can try to use one of those in your sentences, and then you can underline it as a dress up. Okay? Now, before we finish, let's brainstorm some other dress-ups that we will be using in our checklist. And that is an LY. And I was thinking of our keyword. We could talk about how we weed the garden. Excitedly, quickly, daily, because maybe they had to do it, or weekly, they had to do it all the time. You could just put in front of weed an LY. When the weather gets warmer, they happily replant the vegetables into the garden to have more space. Or they tirelessly till the dirt until it's crumbly. Okay, lots of different LYs that we could put in front of those verbs there. Let's go to our who which clause. We could say many families keep a garden which provides them with fresh food all summer long. I was trying to think of some of our other dress-ups because the family tills the dirt and because plants grow better when the soil is crumbly. Okay. In the spring, they plant seeds indoors because they will grow better by the window. Could be some because. What else do we have? Oh, and our quality adjective. So we would go back to thinking about our nouns and put a word to describe our nouns in front of it. And I had wrote down a couple here that I was thinking of that we could use. So we could describe maybe the family. We could describe the garden, maybe beautiful garden. We could describe the weeds. What are the weeds? Maybe annoying weeds or ugly weeds. So you can think of an adjective describes a noun. So you want to find a person, place, or a thing, and you want to describe it, okay, that you can put in front of it. So you're going to write, on your page today, you're going to write your paragraph about how gardening is hard work. Then tomorrow you're going to get your checklist out and go through it. You'll notice I didn't put the www.asia words because you're just going to try them if you can this week of your checklist. Go through, you make sure your topic and clinch your sentence, 2 or 3 keywords, not at or the, but keywords to repeat. You can repeat them exactly the same word or find a synonym, something that means the same. And you're also going to tomorrow put a picture with it. I'd love to see your garden, okay? And then next package pickup, you'll be bringing them back to me so that I get a chance to look at them and read them. So happy writing!